ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host, Saieed. We do want to thank you for joining us tonight, viewers. A little update from the Office of the Prime Minister, Nicholas Morris, has confirmed that Prime Minister Kamla Prasad Bisesa, along with the delegation, will be heading to the Shield of the Americas Summit hosted by U.S. President Donald Trump on Saturday. The PM will leave tomorrow for the summit along with Ministers of Foreign and CARICOM Affairs, Sean Sobers, among other ministers.
The Honourable Prime Minister was invited by the United States President to attend a summit in Florida, and I'd like to say that the Prime Minister graciously accepted that invitation. And tomorrow, the Honourable Prime Minister will be leaving to attend the Shield of America Summit, which is being hosted by President Trump. The members of the delegation, the delegation of the Prime Minister, the Minister of Foreign and CARICOM Affairs, Honourable Sean Sobers, Minister Barry Padarat, and myself will be a member of the delegation.
Morris said, the summit is an opportunity to build a relationship with the United States. Prasad Bisesa and Guyana President Irfan Ali were the only two Caribbean leaders invited to the summit.
This is an opportunity for the Prime Minister to continue the relationship with and cooperation with the United States. And as we said previously, this is the strongest our relationship with the United States has been since we formed diplomatic ties with the United States. The Prime Minister will have an opportunity to have dialogue with the President of the United States, as well as other senior officials, including the Secretary of State, Mr. Marco Rubio, United States Trade Representative Jameson Gray, and Secretary of Energy Chris Wright. The Prime Minister, as well as you'll know that a number of other countries have been invited to this summit. We are one of two CARICOM countries being invited to the summit.
So viewers, Jolene John will act as the Prime Minister while the PM is away. So my question to you, Trinidad and Tobago, my question, the only two invited in the Caribbean, President of Guyana, Irfan Ali, and the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Kamla Prasad Bisesa. The only two, was it because they supported the U.S. in this strike against Iran, together with Israel? Is it because of that? So what about all the members of the CARICOM? What about the rest of ministers in the Caribbean islands? What about those? Well, if that is the case, well, then we are seeing something, we are seeing a different trend. We are seeing a different trend. If you don't support the U.S., whether they are right or wrong, you could be left out. Which is a sad thing. Which is a sad, sad thing. Wow. Supporting comes with a price. Supporting comes with a price. And later on, we will see what that price is for Trinidad. So trying to go into our current affairs segment now. Deputy Commissioner of Police, Juna Benjamin, have stated that officers will remain stationed at school for as long as necessary to ensure the safety of students and staff. He was speaking following the launch of the revised National School Code of Conduct at the Ministry of Education on Wednesday, and this is what he has to say.
The aim is to ensure that we have a safe and a more consistent area where students could feel that sense of comfort to learn and not to be involved in violence. So as long as it takes the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, we commit ourselves to be there and to ensure a safer and better Trinidad and Tobago.
Also, viewers, Benjamin added that police are actively responding to and managing incidents of schools fight as part of the ongoing effort to maintain safety on the compound.
We are continuing dealing with these situations, and we believe that based on the things that we're doing, eventually we will get a handle on that as we deal with the students in a case-by-case basis.
Also viewers, the Minister of Education, Dr. Michael Dowlett, has stated that 22,000 suspension. Listen carefully here. 22,000 suspension were recorded nationally between 2022 and 2025. He said this escalating trend in student misbehavior was a key factor behind the ministry decision to revamp the National School Code of Conduct, which was officially launched on Wednesday. He noted that violence-related incidents, particularly fights and assaults, have shown an upward trajectory in schools across the country. Listen to this.
For highest risk secondary schools, violence-related suspensions were consistently high. In 2023-24, there were 875. 2024-25, 738. And 2025-26, 776. Possession and use-related infractions, including drugs, weapons, and vaping products, also remain significant.
So Trinidad and Tobago, how do we address the problem now? Now the fights have left outside the school and are taking place in the classrooms now. In the classrooms, how do we deal with it? Do we still expel students for bullying in school? Yes, they do. Now, fights now have been happening in the schools. Fights. What do we do now? Whether it happens in the school or on the classroom, you suspend them. Arguments in school among students should not lead to a fight. Should not lead to a fight. Ministry of Education needs to put down their foot a little more firm. Kamala Prasad Biswas has said, and we all know this, education will lead us out of poverty. So if you are in the classroom and you're fighting, I expect the ministry to suspend you. Suspend you one time. No second chance. Everybody have been talking. When they go to school, don't fight. Or they will have arguments. Leave it right there. Don't let the argument go further than an argument. Now, you want to bring a knife to school? You want to bring some sort of scissors, some razor blade to take advantage of a next student because of the fact that you have an argument? No, that shouldn't be. So the punishment for that now, you're expelled from school. It's simple. It is the harsh reality we are living in. But somebody needs to put on their foot and let the students and parents know that, hey, if you're coming to school to disrupt or to injure any other student, you will be expelled from my school. Principals in school now throughout Trinidad and Tobago have the tendency to sweep it under the carpet until it goes viral. I'm going to tell you something. A principal will sweep 10 fights in our school for the month under the carpet just for the school name not to call, you know. Just for the school name not to call. And when the S burst now, you know, John Doe School had 10 fights and all went under the carpet. You know who look bad now? The principal of the school now will look 10 times badder. So you know that was going on all the time and they sweep it under the carpet. Well, then you are not fit to be a principal in that school. Because where's your moral value of management going? Where's your moral value of putting down your foot and taking steps? Where's that? So it becomes 10 times worse now rather than dealing with it from the beginning. It's sad, but this is the reality we're living in. This is the reality. The minister also reveals that incidents occurring during class time in the presence of staff climbed from 401 to 544. He said, the National School Code of Conduct needed to be revised and reflect of modern reality in both physical and digital environment.
We are no longer operating in a pre-digital environment. There's cyberbullying, there's unauthorized recording, there's online harassment, there's AI misuse. These are not theoretical threats. The code now includes detailed guidance on digital citizenship, social media conduct, data protection, and the use of artificial intelligence in schools. Because humiliation in the digital age spreads in seconds.
Also, school supervisors Shri for the St. Patrick Education District, Soren, stated that updated code introduced several key enhancements. Listen to this.
A 4-tier discipline matrix categorizing infractions as minor, moderate, major, and severe, with proportionate responses for each category. Clear reintegration pathways to support students returning to school following suspension. Greater emphasis on restorative practices and behavioral support alongside appropriate consequences.
So like I said, suspend them. Expel them. And done with it. Done with it. You cannot be coming to school to disrupt the school because of an argument. You can't. You cannot. So now, the teachers will be placed on the spot for not dealing with the incident, and then the dean, and then the principal, and then the school name. But I would say this, if you nip it in the bud from now, later on, it will be fixed. It will be fixed. Because if the teacher start complaining, and the teacher put down the foot in the classroom, and then you take it to the dean, and then you take it to the principal, and all of them say, you know what, shh, let me keep it down, we have a school to maintain. Let me tell you something, when you hear do boss, students will be saying, well, you know, this school had 10 fights, and nobody hear nothing about it. The teacher getting the backlash, the dean getting the backlash, the principal getting backlash, and then the name of the school now going public. So before it had happened, report the first incident and deal with it presently. So in a few months to come, we wouldn't have John Doe School having 10 fights and the principal cover it up. And then the public now will tell the principal, so you know it had 10 fights and you said nothing, well then you are not fit to be the principal of the school. And then a man like me now, you should be suspended. What are you doing there? If you cannot keep the morals of the school by fixing the fight rather than sweeping it under the carpet, you are no fit to be the principal. It is very simple and straightforward. Very simple. So viewers, we are going for a short commercial break, but when we come back, we're going to hear how much arrest and how much charged on the first day of the SOE. More when we return.
We'll be right back.
At Real Talk Studios, we dedicate our time to highlight the glaring issues we face within our community. Catch us live every Wednesday between 7 to 8 p.m. Real Public Concern. Because your concerns are meant to be heard. Send your email to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com.
When life throws you a curveball and you need a clear path forward, trust Real Talk Wrecking Service to get you back on track. Whether you're stuck on the roadside or dealing with an unexpected breakdown, our 24/7 wrecking service is just one call away. Fast response, reliable towing, and a team that's got your back. At Real Talk Wrecking Service, we don't just tow, we rescue. Real Talk Wrecking Service, your lifeline on the road to recovery.
Welcome to Real Talk Financing and Investment, a place where your loans are guaranteed and you're rewarded with up to 5% upfront interest on your deposit. Why wait when you can invest with us today and reap the benefits? Speak with a representative at our central branch at 238-6716, 231-6219, or 339-1670, or our south branch at 242-9944, 241-0543, or 339-1670. Real Talk Financing and Investment. Investment company just for you. For you. For you. For you.
Welcome back.
The Trinidad and Tobago Police Service carried out 95 operations on the first day of the state of emergency SOE, which began on Tuesday, resulting in 18 arrests and the seizure of 3 firearms. According to the operational report covering March 3rd to 4th, officers targeted 24 priority offenders during coordination exercise across several districts and divisions. Police conducted 718 searches of vehicle and premises and executed 36 traffic operation. Officers arrested 18 persons and charged 10 of them. So in conducting these 718 searches of vehicle and premises, they executed 36 traffic operation. 36 traffic operation. Now, during the traffic exercise, police detected 138 traffic offense. So Trinidad and Tobago, maybe 138 tickets have been issued. I'm just saying. Firearm seizure, including 3 pistols, no revolvers, were recovered during the period. So Trinidad and Tobago, like I said, will be safe. During the SOE, there are 1 or 2 regulations to follow it. But at the same time, I want you to understand that police can enter into your house without a warrant, which normally exists in all the SOE that have been going on in Trinidad and Tobago under the UNC and the PNM administration. But this SOE has been extended, regulations have been extended in a broad language. Police can tell you, or a police officer can implement a curfew on an individual, which breaches human rights. Which breaches human rights. I want you to understand that. Good? Also, on a broader language, you have to be careful what you post on Facebook. You have to be careful what you say. But nevertheless, listen to this. Regional security expert Dr. Gavin Hira have stated that properly structured zone of special operation legislation could have reduced the need for Trinidad and Tobago's latest state of emergency. He maintained that intelligence-led hotspot policing, supported by strong operational control, may have provided an alternative response to escalating crime. Listen to this.
The ZOSO gives a certain sort of high visibility. It gives the increase of patrols, and it also gives the command and control. I mentioned that over certain areas that were intelligence-led and identified. Key to the ZOSO, so it's not just identifying areas and as hot zones or hot spots, and therefore there's a ZOSO in that area. Key to that is the command and control effect.
So now, viewers, he further proposed the use of mobile command centers integrated into national security grid, allowing law enforcement to maintain a sustained presence in high-risk communities. He said, such an approach could strengthen deterrence and restore control to key corridors. One more time. And
I went further to say that in our planning, in our theatering, we should also seek to do that whole aspect of procurement and acquisition for mobile command centers that can be situated in certain areas related to these ZOSOs, or as we are right now in the SOE, so that there is a command and control presence of these areas, so that those mobile command centers would be command centers that are controlling an area.
While the SOE is now in effect, Dr. Hira maintained that a full development zone of special operation framework may have offered an alternative to emergency powers. Trinidad and Tobago, the kind of emergency powers that were given to the police, to me, let me tell you something, ridiculous. Ridiculous. No police, and I mean no officers, from the commissioner or from the Minister of National Security, come down to the SRP on the streets, should be able to give an individual curfew. You're breaching my rights, my freedom. That is what you're doing. And I will say it from now until the SOE ends. Like I said before, a bad mind police officer could cause problems for an individual who is a law-abiding citizen. So what about all the individuals who spoke up about police officers and abusing their power? And these police officers now know these individuals. What you think going to happen? Did Roger Alexander think about this? Excuse me. Did the Attorney General think about this? You see, they are in high position. They don't meddle with nobody again. They don't meddle. Roger, of all persons, supposed to understand this. But he's not a police again. He's a minister now. I will continue this until the SOE ends. Just to enlighten the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago about your rights. Also, viewers, Opposition leader Penelope Beckles have stated that the People's National Movement, PNM, will host a public meeting in Tunapuna tomorrow, Friday, 6th of March, 2026, to educate citizens about how their constitutional rights will be affected under the newly declared state of emergency. Penelope.
We will be having a public meeting on Friday in Tunapuna, yes, to share with the public, because this is all about education. So often bills are debated in Parliament and people really don't have a clue as to, what exactly is the legislation, how will it impact on your daily lives.
So viewers, she noted that while the declaration of the SOE often received the most public attention, many citizens remain unaware of the detailed regulation that governs how the emergency powers are exercised. Bekhel said the meeting will provide an opportunity for the public to ask questions and gain clarity and understanding of the legal provision contained in regulation.
These regulations, because you think about the statement, there's a state of emergency, but actually the regulations, which people very often are not conscious of, they're not aware of what the regulations. So we are going to take the time to share, take some questions, and to say to the average member of the country, be aware. Because in that new legislation, they talk about articles, they talk about oral, and some of it, of course, was in the legislation before, but you have been hearing a lot of discussions about social media.
So Trinidad and Tobago, I understand that Dr. Rowley said on our platform that the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago are stupid. But I didn't understand this type of stupidity we're talking about. Our rights are being suppressed. You gotta watch what you're posting. So you telling me what I should post and what I shouldn't post. You telling me a police could tell Saieed because I don't like how it is be on TV, I imposing a curfew on you. We're talking about law-abiding citizens. We're talking about the abuse of the police service with officers using this now to clamp down on people that they have bad mind for. Now I'll tell you something. Trinidad and Tobago Police Service knows where all the drugs men live. They know where all the gang members live. You have the powers to go inside the house and deal with them. Also, you have the power that if you have bad mind for an individual, you could exercise your curfew power on that individual. Did Roger Alexander think about this while Bill was drafting? Did the Attorney General thought about this, or they only thought about giving police power? The police really have power whether you have a SOE or not. And this is what the common citizen don't understand. They have the power. Trinidad and Tobago, is this the beginning of a dictatorship? You have to be very careful, you know. You have to be very careful because there's always a start to watch how the people act, watch how they function, watch how they understand. Who knows, the next SOE now, what's going to happen? They're going to add on some ZOSO legislation to the next SOE. So I told myself that this special one that came down, that where the officers could implement curfew, I swear to God that's part of the ZOSO bill. And then you have to watch where you're texting on social media. I swear to God that that's part of the ZOSO bill also. But what I need now, the former Attorney General on the PNM side, or somebody like Faris, come out, drop the bill in the public domain, teach the citizens and them the right thing about their rights. Their rights. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, brother man. Nobody, and I will say it very clear, without violating anything, because I know my rights. You're not stopping me from talking, and you're not stopping me from my freedom of speech. I am saying it very clear. I don't need public opinion on this. I know my rights. I know what you want to implement and start. You see the dictatorship? This is not China. This is not North or South Korea. This is not Venezuela. This is Trinidad and Tobago. Freedom of speech. Do not try to abolish it. Don't. So viewers, she also reiterated growing concerns about how citizens' regulation could affect citizens of social media and digital platform. Beckers added that under Regulation 11, the government can potentially criminalize the publication or distribution of information deemed prejudicial to public order. So you're telling me, hey, do not post that the government is not doing what it's supposed to do. Post the government doing what it's supposed to do. So if the council and the community are doing his work, what do you want me to post? Huh? Thanks to the council, we have more potholes in the community. Let me tell you something. If all you're trying or throw out something to see how the public would take it, one voice they're shutting up is this one here. You see this one? You see this mouth? This ain't shutting. This is not an economist country. This is a third world country. We have freedom to express, freedom to speech. Don't try to take it away. You see, the public, they don't really understand, you know. If the public understand that the government is telling them, watch what you're saying on Facebook, police could come and implement a curfew on you, the individual. Hey, you know how much I'm going to get frightened? So presently, right now, with fear-mongering on what you're posting on social media, they're trying to incite fear in you. So you would not say, well, hey, when the government say this and look what they do. No, they're trying to kill that talk. But Kamala said one thing on her campaign, and when she came into power, they did something different. So you see this kind of talk what I just say, they're trying to get it off social media. So what you do, you implement a fear so that the citizens will start trembling. And when they start trembling now, knowing that police could come and implement a curfew on you, because why? Hey, your social media posts say, hey, X, Y, and Z is the case. Let me tell you something. One thing with Saieed. Saieed is a very, very, very educated individual. So listen to this now. Let me twist this topic for you, Trinidad and Tobago. Be careful what you post on social media. Good? It could be a charge, as what they're saying, of 100,000. If, well, automatically you violate. Good? So that's 100,000 or 5 years. That is one plan right there. Secondly now, when you're here, well, when they catch you guilty because of your post, and the police come to your house now, the police going to implement a curfew on you. You say X, Y, and Z about the UNC, or a UNC minister, here what's going on. I implementing a curfew on you, you will pay for what you do. You cannot go to work. I have nothing to say about your bills. I want to let you understand how it's working in hand, step by step by step. Your freedom of speech is being tested. It is being tested. So when you hear to come up with our next SOE, they will include that with something else. And when they do check, you know what? There's also all the legislation and amendment in this also coming under effective under SOE. It's sad. It's sad. It's sad that the human beings who campaign on A, we will fix the streets, and A, the PNM government taxing people to get rich. They implement a ticket and they raise the price. So who getting poor, who getting rich? You see, Eli could say where he want. It's money generating. And there is no 659 with it. The money is generating through ticketing. It's sad, but this is the reality. You see, one person that can't come with nonsense inside.
We'll be right back.
At Real Talk Studios, we dedicate our time to highlight the blaring issues we face within our community. Catch us live every Wednesday between 7 to 8 p.m. Real Public Concern. Because your concerns are meant to be heard. Send your email to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com.
When life throws you a curveball and you need a clear path forward, trust Real Talk Wrecking Service to get you back on track. Whether you're stuck on the roadside or dealing with an unexpected breakdown, our 24/7 wrecking service is just one call away. Fast response, reliable towing, and a team that's got your back. At Real Talk Wrecking Service, we don't just tow, we rescue. Real Talk Wrecking Service, your lifeline on the road to recovery.
Welcome to Real Talk Financing and Investment, a place where your loans are guaranteed and you're rewarded with up to 5% upfront interest on your deposit. Why wait when you can invest with us today and reap the benefits? Speak with a representative at our central branch at 238-6716, 231-6219, or 339-1670, or our south branch at 242-9944, 241-0543, or 339-1670. Real Talk Financing and Investment. Investment company just for you. It's for you. It's for you. It's for you.
Welcome back.
Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Saieed. Great program, and you touch on all the topics here tonight. And you are the upholder of democracy and our constitution in this country, and you're bringing it to the citizens to make the citizens understand, because citizens are not too proactive in what is happening in our daily lives. And dictatorship is now going to creep in. You know, we had dictatorship from way back since in the Red Dangerous Discriminating Organization. They started dictatorship, but under this administration, which we had expected them to fix, it is 10 times worse, because it is not just one dictator we have there. You know, the female version of the world notorious dictator we have in this country. You know, the whole bunch of them is dictators, you know, Mr. Said. So we are in bad shape, and you are the person here who having checks and balances on this. So keep up the great work you are doing. And with the school violence, how long the citizens of this country, how long this country know about school violence? They don't want to fix it, you know. They don't have a clue how to fix crime either in the country. Look at crime. You know, SOE Monday, it already had home invasion. Today, right? Police went into a man's home, killed the man, take his body and gone with it, right? It had robberies yesterday and today, SOE. So come out and tell us now how effective it is. Mr. You keep up this great job you are doing to keep the citizens informed and make this country a better place. We will achieve it. God bless you and your staff. Keep up the great work.
Thank you, my friend. So, a stain on Gavin Hira. He stated that the Trinidad and Tobago fight against crime cannot succeed without the urgent reform of the prison system. Listen to this.
Because it is proven, and the data is there, that a number of crimes on the outside are actually triggered and initiated from behind prison walls. So we have a threat issue within the prison system, and that needs to be addressed imminently now, because as we speak, that continues to be a significant dent in the armor of national security.
Also, viewers, according to him, reform must not focus only on containment, but also transformation.
So I think there has to be a total review and audit of our present prison system. And we have to also look at how we can treat with that in a what is known as a highly technological aspect of how a prison needs to be structured.
Caller, good night.
Good night.
Go right there.
Better we did hold on to the PNM. Because this government, you cannot tackle the put away rules on the blasted PNM. Mr. Saieed, we don't hold on people coke and weed for when they go in the station, they take you to better leave people with it.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you, my friend. Yes, yes.
Thank you.
The National Quarry Company Limited has confirmed that they are now operating at a major financial loss. From Chairman Ashmit Ghani, as he appeared before the Parliament Public Accounts Enterprise Committee on Wednesday. Trinidad and Tobago, listen to this.
(2020 to 2025), National Quarries recorded a total loss of $135,800,000. National Quarries received government subventions from years ended September 2022 to September 2025 to the sum of $154,570,000.
So Trinidad and Tobago, I want to ask this question. Now listen this. Ghani, whose board has been in place for only 2 months, said the company is also currently selling its product at a loss. How the hell you could sell product at a loss price, a big enterprise as this? Listen to what he has to say.
Using at around $397 and selling it between $152 to $135, somewhere between there. The average cost of producing aggregate at our limestone quarry, where we use material for construction of roads and so on, the average cost is around $325. Our selling price of limestone, which is crusher, between $155 to $150 per ton.
So it costing more to make and less to sell. So my big question is tonight now is who benefited from this? Who? $300+ to create it and get it the way it was. And now you come now and you're selling now a redefined product now at $150 to $155 at a major loss. So I'm asking Mr. Ghani if he could share in the public domain who benefited from this low price. Which contractor, which person that was in somebody's pocket benefited from this? Trinidad and Tobago, we are at a big loss. We are at a big loss. Meanwhile, Director of Minerals, Monty Bihari, addressed questions on the lifespan of the company operating quarries. Listen to this.
I have met with National Quarries prior to them being transferred to the Ministry of Works, and I have advised them on several occasions as part of their licensing process to conduct the necessary studies to determine their mineral resources and mineral reserves. Those figures would then determine the remaining life of the quarries and will be factored into all of their financial investment decisions.
Caller, good night.
Hey, Mr. Saieed, good night, sir. All right, just let me run through just a couple of points quickly. First of all, the first SOE didn't do nothing. All it did was it created an opportunity for the detainees to sue the state. So I don't know what the second one will do, except you'll give them an opportunity to see if you have naked woman pictures on your phone. Secondly, I'll have a little joke for your boy. I know how you feel about some humor. Nothing dangerous. If you look at yesterday's papers, do you know the Police Service Commission is commissioning a survey on public trust and confidence the police at this point in time?
Yes, I saw it.
Them just had policemen thieving marijuana in the Shagwana station of all places. And you come in now with a mirror to say, look in the mirror and tell me what you see?
Yeah.
That national quarries thing. How come the illegal quarries doing well, prospering, seeing the way, and the state quarries, them like they have a shovel, them like they have a barrow to do nothing.
Yes.
Thank you. Good night. That whole board should go because them didn't know what the mission statement was. Coming but had to come and clarify what their statement is. You see that whole board from the CEO go right down? Them and all should be selling chillets in the morning. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. Watch me now. It costs in 3 plus 100 to create the product to sell it. And when you get the product in hand to sell now, you're selling it for $150 to $155. Somebody should be held for corruption. Somebody. So you would tell me all that loss, taxpayers spending the money, 300 plus per ton, to come and sell for 150 to 155 a ton? No, boy. No wonder why Clunging-Bird now come out and say on the media that this government, UNC government, has no money. Because money was filtering somewhere else. Somebody was benefiting. So somebody now should be charged for negligence. Or somebody should be charged for running what? Corruption in National Quarry? Who is going to do that? Who is going to be charged? Boy, let me tell you something. Corruption is taking place in government office. Saddam Hussein is reading out a whole set of who do this and who do that and who do the next. But nobody, the police are going after nobody. So it makes no sense coming to tell us what the PNM did and nobody is getting charged. Nobody is getting whole. But this corruption and that corruption and the next corruption, it makes no sense. Because it doesn't make sense, Saeed. You come on that side. Well, you know, Saeed, Wasa had a corruption and we can't do nothing. Where come the time of that for? It makes no sense. Because millions of taxpayers' dollars are going down the drain. Whoever make it, done make it. And somebody's in somebody's pocket and the police are going to hold nobody. We have police thieving marijuana. We have police moving files. And this is the reality of the country. And then when Saeed talking truth now, Saeed, be careful when you post on your phone and social media now. I go charge you for it. And then they give police power now to come and implement a curfew on me. Let me tell you something about Saeed and his lights. They don't fail you now. One thing I could guarantee you, it don't fail. It don't. Because I wasn't anointed by a human being. That is different. That is different. When I'm born spiritually gifted. Somebody didn't have to vote me into power. And then turn around now when I reach into power and stab me in the back. Who got it for and what you do? I don't need the public opinion. I just come here to educate the public on what's taking place. That is the difference. So I am asking the UNC lawyers, the UNC ministers in security, are you all testing the public with a dictatorship move? This is all I'm asking. So where is the Law Association of Trinidad and Tobago? Hey, you know who I ain't seen lately? Remember about 2 or 3 months back, we had social media full of people who were talking about this and that and the next and the other. You know all of them disappear? I used to be going through my social media and I listened to all of them talking. Oh, it's this and it's that and it's next, and you know everybody disappears of January. All of them who hot on these streets, all of them who sharing file, all of them who doing this, all of them who doing that. Where all of them since January, I ain't seen none of them. Since January start, I ain't seen none of them. Like they get buy out, or? Like they got a little walk. This is the reality we're living in. And let me tell you something. You see one mouth they can't muzzle? You see this? Trust me. The day you make an attempt to muzzle this mouth is the day spirit will start dealing with you. Because I wasn't called by you who tried to muzzle this, you know. I was called by something who put life into you. That is why I stand here, brave. And I will deal with anything coming my way. You know why? I wasn't voted into power. Power was given to me, not by human beings. And that is what has made the difference with me. I will call you out. I will call you out. You see that calling out, Saddam? You're reading all these things. Trinidad and Tobago getting to know who do this, who do that, who do the next. Okay, good. Now that you inform us, what is the next step? What is the next step? New government in power. Almost 1 year now. How much people get HDC house? Oh, let's say something. Oh, let's say something. We're in March month. Next month will make it 12 months that the UNC government in power. Everybody traveling. Everybody traveling. When UNC was in opposition, oh, the PNM ministers traveling here and traveling there and traveling so, and nothing is being done. 1 year now, all of them traveling. Now, what is being done? What is being done? Tell me. The same way I highlighted PNM is the very same way I am going to highlight the UNC. I am the only one in Trinidad and Tobago highlights these type of issues. I am the only one in Trinidad and Tobago asking where is the councillors and where is the ministers for the community. You put up yourself. Vote me in, we go fix this, we go fix that, we go fix the next. 9 years now, PNM communities remain the same way. No better off. 1 year now, UNC there. Where's all those UNC councillors? Where's the ministers for the community? What is the development in the country after 12 months? What? You know what we get in return? Be careful when you post it on social media. And I give police power to put a curfew over you. For voting you into power. That is what we got. That is what we got. Chairman of the Sandy Grande Regional Corporation, Kedwayne Phillip, is hoping that the national program for upkeep of public space will continue. Listen to this.
I must congratulate the Prime Minister on that vision. I must congratulate the Minister of Local Government because for the first time in the history since I came in here, the first time we have all our recreation ground maintained simultaneously.
He explained that the program has provided the much needed human resource that corruption requires. One more time.
And I would really keep lobbying with the minister for this to be expand the program so that the corporation, because we are understaffed, we are the largest region and we have a little over 600 workers. But our region need over 1,000 workers to ensure that we have a proper cycle for maintenance of these roads and things.
So viewers, let's just hope it could continue. That is all I can say. Let's hope it could continue. And he's saying the same thing. He hopes it could continue. What about other corporations throughout Trinidad and Tobago? We're not hearing from them.
We'll be right back.
At Real Talk Studios, we dedicate our time to highlight the blaring issues we face within our community. Catch us live every Wednesday between 7 to 8 p.m. Real Public Concern. Because your concerns are meant to be heard. Send your email to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com.
When life throws you a curveball and you need a clear path forward, trust Real Talk Wrecking Service to get you back on track. Whether you're stuck on the roadside or dealing with an unexpected breakdown, our 24/7 wrecking service is just one call away. Fast response, reliable towing, and a team that's got your back. At Real Talk Wrecking Service, we don't just tow, we rescue. Real Talk Wrecking Service, your lifeline on the road to recovery.
Welcome to Real Talk Financing and Investment, a place where your loans are guaranteed and you're rewarded with up to 5% upfront interest on your deposit. Why wait when you can invest with us today and reap the benefits? Speak with a representative at our central branch at 238-6716, 231-6219, or 339-1670, or our south branch at 242-9944, 241-0543, or 339-1670. Real Talk Financing and Investment. Investment company just for you. For you. For you. For you.
Welcome back.
But nevertheless, viewers, we are out of time for tonight. Program, we run tomorrow 11:30 to 12:30 p.m. We'll be right back here next night for another update of what is taking place in our country. Until then, be safe.